Whenever we get new technology, we always wonder, is it going to be sustainable? Is it going to be repairable? We will not regret hopping onto that new technology. And one of the newest technologies when it comes to motor is the hybrid technology. We are now getting a significant number of hybrid cars in Zimbabwe. We are now getting a significant number of people that claim they know how to solve hybrid problems. But the major question on everyone's mind is, are these cars good for Zimbabwe? Is it advisable for me as a person who lives in Zimbabwe to own a hybrid car at this moment? Of course, maybe in the future, as the technology gets more common in Zimbabwe, of course in the future it will get cheaper. But now, is it cheap? Can I really own a hybrid car in Zimbabwe? And today I am here to answer all those questions when it comes to hybrid cars. I am carreviewszim and thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you so much. The best of the best when it comes to cars. If you have not yet subscribed, please don't forget to like, share and subscribe to the channel so that you keep on getting more and of course more of the good stuff. And if today is your first time of getting to see me or getting to hear from me, please don't forget to like, share and subscribe and press that notification bell so that next time we get to meet again. I will do every time that I upload a video, you'll be the first one to get notified if you press the notification bell. So it is good for you. Let us get straight into it. The first thing to understand is, what is a hybrid car? What do we mean when we talk of hybrid cars? So a hybrid car is a car that uses two sources of power. And the most common type of hybrid is a car that uses a combustion engine and a battery source. A battery source is another power source. So apart from that small battery that you usually get in our cars, it now has another bigger battery that can power the whole car. That can power the car as it is different from that small battery that just powers motor is started, that just powers the starter so that the engine can start running. So the question now on many people's minds is it okay for me as a Zimbabwean person to buy a hybrid car? Is it advisable for a Zimbabwean person to buy a hybrid car? Is this car even good for Zimbabwe? And I'm here to answer those and other questions. The first point is, if fuel efficiency is a great concern, which it is a great concern to everyone, these hybrid cars solve that problem. At least without losing power, without losing what we know a car should do, without losing that thing that just that tingling thing, or that that good thing that we all like about cars. If you still want to feel like you're in a car but not using too much fuel, then a hybrid car solves that problem. Because that car uses two power sources and alternate between two power sources, it becomes more efficient in terms of petrol. Why? Because that combustion engine is not the only engine that is that is powering the car. The car is now being powered by another alternative power source. So it means with the workload on the side of the combustion engine has been reduced, thus reducing your fuel consumption. So this is undisputed. Hybrid cars are more efficient than combustion cars. So you need to really consider that, and you need to know that. And then now we're getting into the problems. Spare parts are still a problem when it comes to these hybrid cars. Why? Because these hybrid cars are still fairly new in Zimbabwe. Of course, the technology has been there for quite some time now. But in Zimbabwe, these cars are still new. These cars are still, just getting into the market. And, with everything that is new in the market, you are bound to face problems, especially when it comes to repairing. The parts are still quite a headache to find. Before we talk of the price, just finding the part locally is still a problem. So you need to consider that. For example, you are looking for a hybrid battery for your car. You know, the first problem is actually finding the battery. Why? Because they are not the market for these batteries is not really a market that is that these sellers are considering to be an area where they can even specialize. It's and for them to go ahead and get, like, let's say for example, to even get like 50 batteries and put them in their shop, it's not really a good business decision, especially when considering that not even a lot of people still have those batteries. So if I buy 50 batteries, they're going to be there even for more than a year, and to lock their money in batteries for more than a year is not a good decision. So generally, my parts actually kunetsa. That is one thing that you cannot hide away from. And then the second thing is skilled labor is still a problem. Why? Because it's a new technology, remember, and it's a technology that we are importing from other countries. What does that mean? It means that our local mechanics, the ones that are responsible for repairing our cars, those mechanics are not yet well vested with these hybrid cars. They are not yet well informed or even well knowledgeable when it comes to these hybrid cars. So you need to consider that you are going to suffer from getting a good mechanic. It's going to be a hassle for you to get a good mechanic, and it is bound to be pricey. Why? Because those mechanics that now know how to deal with those hybrid cars are going to be slightly expensive. Why? Because they are still in high demand. So you need to consider that there's still very limited skilled labor when it comes to dealing with these hybrid systems. Of course, the combustion side you might get another mechanic, but the hybrid side now, the battery side is still a problem, especially when it comes to the labor. And then moving on, ZESA blackouts will not affect these cars. I know most people are like, battery, load shedding and stuff, but the good thing about these cars is load shedding will not affect these cars, because most of these cars, even plug-in hybrids, they have a way whereby you can charge it by the regenerative energy that is produced when the wheels are turning. You can still charge your hybrid car, your hybrid battery as you go. So you won't suffer the problem whereby, let's say for example, your area is no power at that moment and you want to go somewhere. You can still use the combustion side and use that combustion side to recharge the battery side. So it's not a problem, and because it's hybrid, you can choose not to use the battery side and just use the combustion side. So you still manage to go wherever you want to go, even without power. So don't worry, ZESA will not affect these hybrid cars. And then moving on, import costs might still be higher. Especially I was shocked. Actually, for me, it's actually a shocking thing. There is no any duty cuts when you are importing these hybrid cars, despite them giving us lower emissions, despite them using up lesser fuels. These cars are not yet getting any duty cuts, so they might actually be more expensive at times than importing a regular car that we already use. So you need to consider that. If you thought maybe getting a hybrid car will result in you getting duty cuts and stuff, well, it is not yet happening, at least for now. We never know, maybe in the future it will happen. Maybe those will be prioritized when it comes to duty cuts. And then moving on, these cars are great for urban commutes. These cars are great, for traffic jams, for what? Because most of these hybrid cars, when they are in traffic jam, when they are traveling at lower speeds, they usually use the battery only. So, if your car, if you're one who really suffers from these traffic jams, if you are one who gets really affected by these traffic jams, you know what, of course they will affect you in terms of your time, but in terms of fuel, in terms of your money, they will not affect you. Why? Because most of these cars switch to the battery side when they are moving at lower speed. They switch to the battery side whenever they are in these, traffic jams. So traffic jams will not really affect you in terms of your pocket. So, that's a win. Why? Because, in Zimbabwe, traffic jams are becoming the norm everywhere. Why? Because there are more and more cars that are getting on our roads every day. So you need to really consider that if a person who gets affected by traffic jams, you need a hybrid car. Why? Because it will give you, better fuel mileage than a regular combustion engine car. So you need to really, consider that. And then moving on, I'm just mixing, the advantages and the disadvantages so that, we just know as we go. We don't get too excited. If you don't watch the whole video to the end, you still know, some disadvantages and some advantages. And then moving on, battery replacement is still really expensive. On average, these batteries, if your hybrid battery, gets bad, or if your hybrid battery, dies, you know that you will pay an average of $1,000 just to get the battery before it has been fitted, before it has been, it is put on your car. You need to pay $1,000, and $1,000 might seem like it's not a lot of money, but for the average citizen, it is a lot of money, and you wouldn't want that to happen to you when you are broke. You don't want that to happen to you. So that's the point to consider. If that hybrid battery now, dies on you, you need to make sure that you have at least $1,000 by your side, so that that your car is repaired, and it is repaired efficiently, and it is repaired by replacing the hybrid battery. So if you want to replace your hybrid battery, you need to know it's quite a costly it's quite an expensive repair to do. So you need to make sure that you are aware before you buy, and you need to make sure that in terms of your cost of ownership, you consider things like this. And then moving on, silent driving can be risky. These cars usually switch to batteries when they are traveling at very low speeds, but this is risky. Why? It is risky for pedestrians. You might knock a pedestrian, you might knock a you might knock a person, a cyclist, so you really need to consider that. You need to be very, very careful when you are driving in electric mode in these cars. You need to make sure that you are very careful. Why? You might knock other people. Why? Because these cars get really silent. Zero, zero. Sometimes you might even wonder if the car is actually on or not. And sometimes, you might leave your car running without knowing it. Why? Because it will be as silent as it gets. So you need to be really careful about that. And then moving on, these hybrid cars, because it's new technology, they will hold value better. Why? Because they are, technology, newer technology lasts better. It's a better chance of, lasting than older technology. So you know that if you buy a hybrid car in the next 5-6 years, it will give you, it will retain, better value than buying a regular combustion car. So you need, if you really if you are really considering your resale value of your car, those hybrid cars will maintain their resale value better than those regular combustion engines. So you need to really consider that. If I'm buying a hybrid car, I should, definitely consider this car will definitely give me give me more money back than, buying a regular combustion engine. And last but not least, we need to make sure that we are really conscious about taking care of our environment, and these hybrid cars are more eco-friendly than the regular combustion engine. So unofana kuti kana uri munhu ane rudo neplanet yake, ane rudo who is aware of nyaya dzana global global warming and stuff, you need to make sure that you consider buying a hybrid car. Why? Because it saves the planet, it saves nature, it saves upenyu hwemangwana, it saves our children's future, and we all want this earth to be the best place possible. And one of those things is to make sure that we reduce our emissions, and these hybrid cars significantly reduce emissions, thus making them more eco-friendly than regular combustion engines. Now, what is the final verdict? The final verdict for me is this hybrid technology is a technology that we cannot ignore. Why? Because it is a technology that is coming, that is becoming more and more popular, more and more dominant as the years go by. So the better thing is for you, at the right moment, to hop on this technology, to start to adopt this technology at the right moment, so that and also you need to save money. Of course, the repairs are still a bit costly, but it's not like your hybrid car or a hybrid battery will die on you after every 10 kilometers. No, you will go for quite a long time before you need to replace your hybrid battery. So it's not actually as fierce or as scary as it sounds. Of course, the repair itself might sound scary, but the frequency whereby you need to do that repair is not as it's not a very short period of time as others might say. It is quite a lengthy period. You get good kilometers before you need to repair your hybrid system. So my final verdict is you should go ahead and consider buying this hybrid car. You should go ahead and consider getting yourself a hybrid car. Why? Because it is cheaper to run day to day, and it is overall better technology than just getting a regular combustion engine. And also these cars tend to give you better better power and better performance than this regular combustion engine. If you get a sports car which has hybrid technology, it will give that extra battery torque which you don't get when you are driving a regular combustion engine. So you need to consider all those things, and you need to just consider buying a hybrid car. I am selfpoweredcar, and thank you so much for tuning in. Thanks so much. Because the person who gives you the best of the best when it comes to car knowledge. Until we meet again, always remember that a prayer a day keeps the devil away. Don't forget to pray, like, share, and subscribe.